Tonight, we face ourselves tonight, defending from tonight.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and everything in between. The name's Foxton, actually. I know I said that I was Freak Show Hound in my first video, but the real one is somewhere. Let's hope they don't show up anytime soon. They can be kind of extreme. Anyway, I was just surfing the web one day when I got a notification on YouTube. It turns out that Spockter had posted a video with Just Stop talking about this user named Calobi Productions. So I watch it, and oh my fucking god, how can this ice cream sandwich wearing blueberry be so fucking dumb? After that, I go to his channel and see a video that was posted last week by the time of this scripting about this apparent Gravity Falls ripoff, hence the mystery shack in the background. I only watched a minute of it and already saw some fucking stupid shit. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Hey, wanna hear my impression of you in about 3 seconds?
We know this is an original cartoon. Gravity Falls, an original idea. It's about mysteries, Dipper Pines, Mabel, all those guys, Summer Vacation, all that good stuff. We know this is an original concept. But guys, when we look at one of these newer cartoons, which I'm going to show you a clip here in a second, we're going to be comparing the two and seeing which one is a copy, or did this cartoon even copy it in the first place. But there is some strong evidence. What you see on screen now, this looks like the Mystery Shack.
No, it doesn't. Not even close. The Mystery Shack is, well, a shack. This right here is, I think it's called an apartment complex? What the Belchers from Bob's Burgers live in. It may look a bit weird and wacky, but not on a Mystery Shack level. Also, stay focused. We get it. We all love Gravity Falls, but don't drag on about it.
But we'll get into that later. Let me show you guys a clip of this cartoon, and let's see something right now.
Look at this thing! I bet it was made the year they invented rope!
Now, before we go on, I just wanted to let you know that this character sounds a lot like Naruto Uzumaki. Can someone tell me why this character sounds like an anime character named Naruto? I mean, seriously, did you guys hear the voice actor for that? I know this is off topic, but guys, close your eyes or just look on screen right now.
Look at this thing! I bet it was made the year they invented rope!
All jokes aside though, take a look at the character's blue hat. He has the same color as Dipper Pines. Why is this happening? Why does this character also have the same color, hat as a character that we know, Dipper Pines?
Bruh, this is really irrelevant. Like, who cares what the kid sounds like? Damn, you really are struggling with your padding to get to the 10-minute mark. But let's say that it was relevant. Dude, you know more than one blue hat exists, right? Even with that baseball cap style. If it had some type of symbol on the white part, then you'd have a point, but that isn't the case. Plus, on a technical stance, the hats are actually different shades of blue.
Now, I know a lot of people are going to be saying, well, what does that mean? That's just a coincidence. That's not enough evidence to go off of. And you know what? I agree there, but it is something to think about. Why does he look exactly like Dipper Pines? Not exactly, but it almost looks like he's kind of inspired by Dipper Pines.
Yeah, no shit. People are allowed to be inspired by others. It happens a lot, actually. Fun fact, The Hunger Games was actually inspired by this movie called Battle Royale, but you don't see it being called a ripoff. Ripping off something and being inspired by it are two different things.
Alright guys, I'm going to show you a really crazy clip.
There's nothing you can do to stop me!
Can someone tell me why this reminds me of a specific scene from Gravity Falls? Why does this remind me of the possession of Bill Cipher when he possessed, Dipper Pines, took over his body, blah, blah, blah. Why does that remind me of that? Guys, by the way, I forgot to mention this cartoon. The cartoon's name is Tech Oddity, and unfortunately, this cartoon actually never got a chance to actually air. Like, this is actually the pilot, and it never took off. I wonder why. I don't know. The networks didn't pick it up. Nickelodeon, whoever, Cartoon Network, I don't know, Disney XC, no one decided to pick this thing up. And no one really knows about this cartoon just because it never was given a chance. But guys, again, look at that character on the show and then look at Dipper Pines. I can see some serious similarities. Not only in the blue hat, we can just toss it aside, but guys, just look at the size, the shape. Look at the height of the characters. It's a coincidence. Or is it? Is there copying? Is someone copying homework? Who is cheating here? Or is this just plain flat out a coincidence, guys. You know, this is a tough one. This is definitely a tough one, but I definitely do think, you know, maybe he was inspired, and there's nothing wrong with being inspired. But guys, take a look at that. He's clearly possessed by Bill Cipher, or I don't know what, or possessed by something. I don't know what cipher there is in that world, to be honest with you.
I don't remember Dipper floating in midair with his head spinning, nor do I remember his whole ass body changing colors. Only his eyes. I also don't remember Dippin being a fucking cyborg. Yeah, forgot to mention that, huh? Like I said in the first video, context matters. And since you failed to give your audience that, I will fill the people in. Tech Oddity is an animated short/pilot that featured two kids, the brother being a cyborg, playing in their dad's shop. The dad goes out, warning them not to touch a certain computer. Brother did it anyway and contracted a virus. However, the sister was able to retract the virus from her brother before telling their father about what just happened. The episode ends with the father locking the computer up in a crate and putting said crate into a storage room filled with other possibly defective things. There, I did it. So, to go back to that possession thing, this is more of a case of the kid getting some sort of virus than a demon possessing them. Even if it was, however, shows are allowed to have possession in them. Let me try to do a speedrun of characters getting possessed outside of Gravity Falls. Billy from Adventure Time and the snail being controlled by the Lich. Gumball from The Amazing World of Gumball being possessed by Carrie so that she can eat food. White Diamond from Steven Universe possessing the crystal gems, her pearl, and her fellow diamond. Ruby from Regular Show after his body rejected him and was stolen by a former bodybuilder whose body also rejected him. Morty from Rick and Morty being possessed by a demon worm. Muriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog being possessed by a demonic mattress. Cartman from South Park getting possessed by Kenny after eating his ashes by accident. Sheriff from Squidbillies being possessed by a gay demon. Stan Smith from American Dad being possessed by the Antichrist. Bender from Futurama possessing the devil's body to save Fry's life. Dewey from Family Guy being possessed by a woman so that her murder could be finally solved. And Daphne from Scooby-Doo 2002 getting possessed by the spooky island monsters. That was a lot. Also, if you said that this was like the Mystery Shack because of the storage unit of other weird shit, that ain't it, Chief. The Mystery Shack is a place to show off those sort of things, not hide them away. Plus, you only got size and height right, but only because they're both fucking kids. The style/shape is totally different. Archie, the cyborg kid, seems to be a bit more round than Dipper.
Elbow, lift that elbow!
Like the infinite horizon, it eludes my grasp.
Now, guys, there is a second character on there that kinda looks like Mabel, but I'm not even gonna go into that just because it really doesn't look like Mabel. But again, guys, what are your thoughts on this?
I think you're just saying shit to stretch out the video as much as you can. Hence the, this looks like Mabel but actually doesn't. Like, really? Also, stop using the same damn clip every time.
Oh, I know lots of things.
This is just like my possession spell in my Darks and Dice game! It's just a game!
Is that the Gravity Falls journal? The Gravity Falls journal. Now, I know that really does not look like it, but guys, let's think about this for a second. What other cartoon do you know that has books in it, okay? What other cartoon has books like this or emphasis on journals or whatever? Like guys, that doesn't happen a lot, and in Gravity Falls, we know that the main focal point is the Gravity Falls journal. We know the mysteries, we know the codes, we know the significance of this book, so why is it showing up in another cartoon?
Yo, that's obviously a copy of a Dungeons & Dragons manual. I should know, my cousin plays D&D, and showed me a manual and actually bonded over making a character. Side tangent aside, do you not remember the Enchiridion from Adventure Time? A book about heroism and spells? This is not shocking at all. Side note, this is a fucking manual, not a journal.
Now you're saying, well, Calobi, you know, you're off on this one. Now, guys, I'm not saying that this is a copy. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is not a copy. It's a different color, different words. But guys, I'm just saying that there are similarities, and a book can be used as, it's probably a reference, you know, to the Gravity Falls journal. Now, I could be off on this, but why is there so much similarities?
Oh, it's not a copy, but it's a copy. Dude, make up your mind. Also, the only similarities I see that they're books about mystical shit. I also highly doubt that the book has teleport blueprints or codes to debunk inside them. Plus, references are not the same as similarities.
And I'm just showing you this just to show you that the animation is on par with Johnny Test. It's not really on par with Gravity Falls, just because Gravity Falls animation is one of the best animated shows out there. It's hand drawn, which is ridiculously time consuming and you have to be extremely talented to even produce a cartoon. It's expensive. I mean, Gravity Falls is an expensive cartoon. This goes over a lot of people's heads. Gravity Falls is a hard cartoon to make. And you know what? I don't even blame these people, because if this is a pilot, this is actually even better an animation that you would expect for a pilot, because if you go back and watch the original Gravity Falls pilots, it looks pretty bootlegged as well, which it should. It's supposed to. It's a pilot. It's to get the show running, get the ideas out. Alex Hirsch, you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a pilot for a cartoon. It's not supposed to look that great.
Then why are you calling the Tech Oddity pilot a ripoff if pilots are supposed to look like that? Calobi, come the fuck on. If you're going to call something a bootleg, then at least don't shoot yourself in the fucking dick right in the middle of your video. Also, pick something longer than 2 minutes so that it becomes less obvious that you're just saying shit to get to 10 minutes.
When the show actually comes out, that's when it looks really good. Guys, give me 1 second to clear my throat. I've been having this cough. Guys, I am back. Kind of cleared my throat there. But anyway, guys, again, what was I talking about? I was talking about, oh yes, the pilots of a cartoon.
You would know what you were talking about if you had a well thought out script. Also, people usually edit that kind of stuff out. Or is it just you running out of things to ramble about so you can get that ad revenue?
When we look at the pilot of a cartoon, it's not supposed to look that great. And Tech Oddity, it only ever had a pilot, so maybe I am even off on this. Maybe this isn't a copy.
You are.
Or maybe it is. But guys, just look at the design, compare it to Dipper Pines, and you guys are gonna be the judge on this one. With all these new cartoons out there, it can be pretty discouraging. And it can be pretty, it can be pretty close to, even a new cartoon called The Owl House is now being compared to Gravity Falls. So it's not like, oh, every show that has this is a copy. Every show that, no guys, that's not how things work. Just because a show has something similar does not mean it's a copy. But I do believe that there are references and inspirations, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Look at The Owl House. Look at all these new cartoons that are coming out that are being compared to Gravity Falls even before, they even, premiered or whatever.
Then why did you make a video about a cartoon ripping off Gravity Falls when it's just a fucking pilot? Are you fucking daft, my guy? The rest of the video is just him rambling on again about shows, referencing other shows, and asking his audience what they thought. With that, I'm going to share what I thought about all this. This video was just Calobi desperately grasping at straws to make this show look like a ripoff, and then doubling back and saying it wasn't several times. Pick one. Get a script, write out in full detail what you are going to say, check over that script to make sure everything makes sense, and do retakes and editing. Ugh. Holy hell. I think covering that guy giving me a headache. I actually could take a nap.